These are the best export settings for widescreen videos to upload on YouTube and Facebook. And these are the best export settings for Reels, YouTube Shorts and TikTok. Before I explain these attributes, first let me quickly explain the export range. Range means the duration of video to be exported. Several range options have these meanings as shown. If I select entire source, Premiere Pro will export all clips up to this point. It will also export this gap between clips, but it will not export the gap after the last clip. These digits show the current position of playhead, whereas these digits show the duration of in and out points. If I select second option of source in out, the Premiere Pro will again export the duration up to this point. Please focus on this number. If I move the second clip, then both options will now export up to this duration because Premiere Pro has automatically reset the in and out points. So then what is difference between entire source and source in out? Let's understand it. If I want to export only the first clip, then I will bring the playhead to the end of clip. Now press the arrow keys on keyboard to adjust the out point. Please do not select the out point at the last frame of first video, but move forward the arrow key one time more, and when black screen appears, it will be the exact out point for the video or sequence. Now right click on the playhead and select mark out. Now if you select the source in out range, it will only export the first clip. However, if I select entire source in export settings, Premiere Pro will ignore the in and out points and export both clips including the gap between them. By default, the in point is at the start of timeline track. I can reset the in point by dragging the playhead, then right click and select mark in. So now this area between in and out points will be exported. The third option is about work area bar. It is not activated by default. To activate it, click 3 lines and select work area bar, and bar will appear on top of timeline. You can drag it to change the work area of sequence. So if you select work area range, Premiere Pro will export everything falling under the work area bar. If you select the fourth option of custom, you can specify the in and out points by dragging the brackets in export window. So apply any export range option which is best for you. Let's understand other important attributes of video and audio. When you click the quick export button or the export button in the header bar, Adobe Premiere Pro offers the best export settings according to the properties in your source video. For example, H264 codec is automatically selected as the best option for video export and recommended also by YouTube, Facebook and Vimeo. For audio export, you can select MP3, or for image export, you can select GIF or PNG format. So what is the best preset in Premiere Pro? In my opinion, the best preset is Match Source Adaptive Medium Bitrate because it offers a great balance between video quality and its file size and provides smooth playback. The 3 Match Source presets differ with each other only by bitrate value. Therefore, any preset directly correlates with the bitrate settings. Please focus on the target bitrate number. If I select a different preset on top, the target bitrate automatically changes to align with the preset defaults. In fact, both lower and higher bitrate values have their own benefits. Higher bitrate value produces best quality video, but with the large file size, whereas low bitrate value makes playback of video faster and is a better choice even if most of your audience has slow internet connection. So what is meaning of match source? It means that Premiere Pro will automatically set the optimized best export settings which are matching with the properties of source video. For example, Premiere Pro has applied frame size as 1920 by 1080 pixels and frame rate as 30 fps because original or source video is recorded in these values. To verify this, I will open File Explorer, right click on the original video, select Properties, then select Details tab. Here you can confirm that source video also has the same frame size and frame rate. Similarly, Premiere Pro matches the audio export settings with the attributes of source audio. Another pro question: what should be the best frame size of a video? You can pause and learn the two tips here. 1920 by 1080 is the best resolution frame size, and you should not forcefully export it in upscale frame size. So how to customize frame size? You can customize the values according to requirement. For example, if I want to export vertical video for Reels, TikTok or YouTube Shorts, then I will untick the box, select Custom, unlock the aspect ratio lock and enter the values of 1080 as width and 1920 pixels as height. Preview window will change accordingly. But how to remove these black bars? To remove them, you can select any appropriate scaling option. These scaling options are used only when there is difference of frame size between source video and export settings. In this case, when scaling up a video, you should also select More under Video and tick the box of Use Maximum Render Quality and render at maximum depth. Let's move to the next topic. What should be the best frame rate value? Frame rate determines the number of frames shown in each second of a video during playback. To avoid unwanted motion artifacts, the frame rate in export settings should not be different from the frame rate value in source video. I generally prefer 24 or 25 FPS frame rate because it provides a good video quality but also provides faster playback to most users, especially having slow internet connections. Adobe also recommends a lower frame rate to reduce file size of exported video. Progressive field order is considered best setting for video to be played on TV and web, including YouTube and other social media channels. The aspect attribute does not describe the video aspect ratio, but it tells the pixel aspect ratio. All digital video formats such as HD, Full HD or 4K have square aspect ratio, whereas analog video formats have rectangular pixels. So what is this time interpolation option? In fact, it is only useful when there is difference between frame rate of exported video and source video. For example, because the frame rate of my source video and export frame rate are both 30 fps, therefore the system will not use time interpolation. But for example, if I want to export this video in some other value of frame rate, say 24 fps, then the system use any of your preferred choice for smoother video output. In my opinion, optical flow is the best and frame blending is the second best option for smooth pixels. The next important attribute is the encoding settings. If your computer has a graphics card, fast processor and better RAM, then you should prefer hardware encoding option to speed up rendering and export. Premiere Pro automatically reads your PC configuration, and if your system does not support hardware acceleration, it automatically switches to software only. Therefore, here again the default option chosen by Premiere Pro is the best one. As you can see here that Adobe Premiere Pro knows that my PC has the support of NVIDIA GPU. Therefore, it has automatically selected the option of hardware encoding. Before I go further, I highly recommend that if your PC has NVIDIA graphics card, then you should follow the relevant link from this Adobe web page and install the latest Studio Driver for your NVIDIA GPU for best performance. Link in description. Premiere Pro has selected the best export settings for profile, level and export color space. You can learn more about export color space in this previous video by Dozro. HDR is only useful if your system display supports it. Follow this navigation to check HDR capability of your PC in either Windows 10 or Windows 11. Next to bitrate encoding, VBR 1 pass is the best setting because hardware acceleration only works with CBR and VBR 1 pass. According to Adobe, variable bitrate provides much higher video quality with lower file size, and it is best for YouTube and Vimeo. So what are the best settings for audio? When I click audio, again Premiere Pro has applied best export settings for me, which are matching with the source audio, as you can see on screen. For example, AAC is the best format, which is also recommended by YouTube. The sample rate is 48,000 Hz because the source audio also has the same sample rate. Please note that according to Adobe experts, exporting at a higher sample rate does not improve quality and requires resampling, which can result in larger file size and longer export times. It means that if your source audio has 48,000 Hz, then do not export in 96,000 or higher sample rate. So what is best channel and audio bitrate? Always select stereo channel due to larger support. YouTube also recommends stereo channel for audio of the video. Please note that best audio bitrate is 384 kbps. Therefore, make sure that your source audio should have 384 bitrate value. Audio bitrate values of 256 and 320 are also fine. In the example of this video, you can see that my source audio has the bitrate value of 255 kbps. So I should select a matching value nearest to that. Therefore, I selected 256 kbps instead of the best 320. The next sections are basic and easy to understand. For example, in effects section, you can apply your favorite effects to your footage and test it in preview window on the right side. I hope this tutorial will be helpful for you. Please do not forget to subscribe. Thanks for liking and sharing this video. Watch more tutorials about Adobe Premiere Pro.